Okay, I'll host.
No.
Yeah.
I have a good segue. I was trying to think of a segue, Tiarnan. We've all been kids at one point, right? Unless you were birthed as a 20-year-old man.
Lad, nah. I'll birthday tube. Go on. Childhood.
It wasn't adventure.
Venture is a small way of phrasing it.
So.
Yes.
We all watched stuff as kids, you know.
Yes.
Somewhere a bit.
Our eyes ain't square. They lied to us.
Some was a bit, you know, weird. Some were a bit
fucked up.
Some were downright disturbing. So that's today's episode. Disturbing childhood films. Just to clarify, I have this fucking thing in my head. Just to clarify, we live in Northern Ireland, so a lot of these are British shows, so sorry, international people, if you are listening.
Did you get that?
No, I just about got it. No. I think it's behind it.
Okay.
Sorry, I just threw something at the bin. But anyways.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're Northern Irish, so there's lots of more British and Irish.
Yeah.
We have like the best of both worlds.
Watching CITV and Nickelodeon sure was on it too, but you know.
Well, Cartoon Network and all like.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So do you want to start or will I?
I'll kick this one off because I just want to explain something.
Oh, here we go.
Right, so as a kid, I don't know if y'all are aware of the little show called Bear in the Big Blue House, right? It's not
I know little show, a big house show. Yeah, big blue house.
Big bear, big house, you know.
Yes.
You know what they say about big bears? Big houses, right?
Yes.
And they blue. So, you know, as a kid, I did watch a lot. I mean, I think every kid watched Bear in the Big Blue House at one point. But I used to cry if I watched Bear in the Big Blue House because, you know, the bit that freaked me out the most. Not even, I mean, everyone would look at the moon and be like, no way, the moon kind of looked real creepy weird, looking. Right? Everyone would be like, nah, that moon's like pretty fucked up. Nah, I cried at the bits when Bear sniffed the screen and he was like, you know, half the time he'd be like, you smell like strawberries, and like I would burst into tears being like, how do you know what I smell like? I am on the other side of this TV. Like, I mean, I'm like a 4-year-old being like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
I'm crying my eyes out. My parents, I don't know why they kept putting it on. You know, surely they'd understand after like the second time.
I'll be honest with you, it's a very understandable fear because
it's kind of creepy. He sniffs you. Like, that's the thing. If a bear sniffs you,
you're gonna die.
Yeah, like he gonna eat you. You're gonna be dead. You're
like,
gonna wake up
have
dead.
you ever seen any of the children on the show afterwards?
They dead.
Exactly.
He eats them for dinner. But nah, like obviously, like I said, like it's not disturbing to many people.
It's just like
not that part, anyways. You know,
like
but
everyone has.
Yeah, everyone has that one thing. It's like I really scared him as a kid. I have multiple things like Santa. I was terrified of Santa as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think I was a pretty smart kid. Like I don't want to sit on a stranger's knee and tell him what I want. Like that just sounds weird. That sounds like some weird form of prostitution, right? I don't want that.
I don't think you know what prostitution is.
Sounds weird anyways. But still. I was just very scared of things as a kid. Not scared of much now, but like as a kid, like everything terrified me. Even there's another thing that really scared me is like, you know, getting sick and dying from being sick. That you know,
that's
just
a very reasonable
fear. No, but like
fear.
you know, like a flu or something.
Yeah.
See, germs freaked me the fuck out. Like I mean, to a whole other level. Because I watched this, like, I think as a kid, I cried at this one documentary. I walked, like, my parents were watching this documentary on, like, I don't know. It was probably to do with, like, how this, like, diseases develop, you know, and they're showing, like, the cell structures and shit. I was like, start bursting out crying. So this is just a background. So some of these might not be scary to most people or disturbing, but they're pretty disturbing to me.
Oh, like, diseases are pretty scary.
Yeah, all diseases.
Like, we're just going off of, like, weird childhood fears. I was always real scared of I don't know, Art Attack isn't really a thing in America, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Okay, well, Art Attack, basically, it's a show for any Americans out there. It's a show where all they do is art projects, basically, and you follow along at home.
Mm-hmm.
But they have, a storyline sometimes. But there's one thing in it. It was a fucking statue thing. Did you like a busk?
Yeah, like...
The busk.
I think it was to do with... It was...
The busk.
It was a famous figure, but I don't know what it was.
It was horrifying.
Yeah, basically it was like a talking head. Right?
Yeah, and it was terrifying. I would cry and hide behind the sofa every time it came on. It was...
It's just the way the mouth moved on it.
Yeah, it was
real...
unnatural. It was like spawn of Satan.
Like, the fact that the guy who, like, hosted the show was just so nonchalant about it is like, it was some of the freakiest shit. Like, what?
He fucking summoned it!
Yeah. He done, like, a whole satanic ritual, summoned this.
Made out of macaroni.
Yeah. No, mine he used to do the big art attacks in, like, a field and shit.
Dope, though.
He done that, but he, like, made a giant pentagram or, and just summoned that head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, but just, I say we move on from that. And we move on to shit that's real fucked up. I got one here.
What is it?
Cat and dog.
You mean cat dog?
Yeah.
That was pretty fucked up. Like,
where do they poop?
I think we discussed this on another episode. We did discuss briefly.
Probably.
Cat dog.
But that's because it's a very weird thing. Where do they poop? Do they take turns?
That's the thing. Cats and dogs usually, I say they hate each other, but it's the thing, like, if you grow up.
That's the least of the issues.
My issue. But yeah, you're right. Like, that's the thing. They both have. It's just so confusing. Different fur types, different everything, coming together as one, morphing into it. Like, it just seems like.
Did they ever give a reason why they?
I don't think so. Like, I don't remember. I mean, it was a childhood show. Like, half that plot, I don't remember.
There's multiple things. Like, firstly, cats and dogs do have two different diets.
Yeah.
You can't give, like, cats can eat certain things that dogs... I think, can cats eat garlic? I know dogs definitely can't.
Mm-hmm.
What if you feed the cat garlic? Will it be fine and will the dog die? What if one of them dies? Does the just other carry its corpse about?
What if it gets amputated, but at the same time, like, it's gonna have to, like...
I'm going to have no bottom half!
That's the same
I'm just saying, that's one of those things
just
where...
like...
Do they have a joint stomach?
That's the thing. It's like conjoined twins, right? Think of it that way.
But most conjoined twins, there's only
share.
very, very rare cases where they share. But even at that, they don't share that much.
No, was it the two girls that are joined, like their bodies are joined, and they have two necks and two heads, separate like heads, think differently. That kind of situation. I feel like that's what it's like with cat dog. I can't believe I just compared like two real life, very tragic conjoined twins to cat dog. But still.
No, but like, just...
That's what it reminds me of.
There's so many issues. It's like...
They would have, like, does that mean their stomachs kind of double up? Does that mean like their intestines kind of...
No, that's the issue. Where does it come out of? The poop?
Where do they poop? So that's like,
but let me put it this way.
That's why I was like, what if it's like a human centipede situation? What if it's that fucked? It's like...
That's what I said. Do you think they take turns? No, but here's another thing. Animals, in general, have needs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What do? Do they have those needs?
I don't think they do. I mean, it didn't look like they had...
I don't think they're going to show that on screen, Dani.
I know, but still, I don't think they would have it.
What if one of them becomes in heat? Were they both male or were they both female, or what?
I think they're both male. Best thing, I think their bodies cut off right before any reproductive stuff. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but it might be like, you've heard about phantom limbs.
Phantom phallus.
Yeah. Just like, it might be a situation of that. They could just say, my dog got snipped. He still tries to hump things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I remember humping in dogs, it's more dominance thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not really, like, it's sometimes sexual, but a lot of the time it's dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Is dog going hump with the cat's face?
This is real fucked. What if, like, that he tries, but they accidentally get knotted? They knocked themselves up. Is that not like a whole episode? Did they not?
Pretty sure they have gotten knotted before. But the thing is, surely they must be celebrities, unless this is a common occurrence in that world.
What if it's just a whole world of cat dogs?
There's humans though.
Cat dogs.
Isn't like they have like a half and half house as well?
Well, how do they do things on separate parts of the house?
No, that's the thing. It's real confusing. Don't they stretch real good though?
Oh fuck.
Are they like? I'm not saying that they may be. Hear me out. Here's my theory for cat dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know of Mr. Fantastic?
Yes.
He is a mad scientist, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He may have created cat dog and put his own DNA in there. So that's why they stretch real good.
Side note though, see Mr. Fantastic, does that mean he can stretch out other things?
Oh yeah.
You think he's ever done it before?
That's
the thing.
I'm just saying, fucking Stu Starr is not staying with him for his looks.
But that's the thing, right? She was with him before I'm going off the movies here, because it's the only thing I fucking remember, but she was with him before, so she would notice the difference. That's a whole other...
No, let's be real here for a sec. Yeah, she'd notice the difference, but would you complain?
Like, probably not.
Exactly.
Still...
Well, the thing, she wouldn't complain. My main thing is, isn't there a whole thing? No, wait. Has it If I remember, isn't there a scene in like a second movie where them two are like sort of getting on, but he has his neck stretched out trying to research shit at the same time?
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's another fuck thing. God.
Fucked up childhood movie.
Do you got any fucked up childhood TV shows?
Other ones? I mean, we would...
Yes.
We mentioned this the other night, right? We all remember CITV. Well, I do anyways. I never had Sky when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cable service. There you go.
Yeah.
Right? But we had CITV. And we had Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids on it.
Ah, well, it's pretty fucked.
It was some of the, like, oh my god, right? The one story... we've memed this too much. Like, that's why I keep thinking of... But there was one story in it that I always remember, and it was like, oh, if the kids be bad or they talk too much, they have to go to the barber shop or like the hairdressers. But when they go there,
so when they get there,
they go there, the barber, like, they find like a jar full of like quote unquote slugs, right? And like the kid pretends to eat one. Doesn't he not accidentally eat a fucking slug, right?
That's a very common thing in that show. If I remember, they eat lots of bugs in it.
Yeah. And then it turns out that barber cuts off tongues and keeps it in jars. And that kid just ate a fucking tongue.
That's
like,
the thing.
It is some of the most... And that's the thing, it showed at like after 3 o'clock every day. Because that's like, I remember coming home from school and watching it. Like, I was some of the most
that's
fucked
the thing.
shit.
It's one of those things where like, you look at, it was real cartoony. It was still really fucked up.
There's claymation and stuff on it too, wasn't it? Well, like, animation.
Like, they had real basic animation whenever they're telling stories, but they had claymation, but it was really, really fucked up. You look at Goosebumps, it was spooky, but it was not that fucked up.
No, it wasn't like...
Goosebumps had like a few moments. Like even, what's that other one that's like, was a Canadian one? The Americans know of it, we never had, was it?
I don't know.
Well, that one.
Yeah.
It's had like probably scary moments of Goosebumps, but...
Not on the Grizzly Tales
level.
Grizzly
like, Tales, like that's the thing, you don't see people talk about it, but it was really fucked up.
That's like, we've mentioned this before, like, not even just like the UK, but Northern Ireland in general is like very targeted towards like they experiment shit on us for the UK because for some reason, like, just to everyone out there, no one's probably aware of DOE adverts. Like, those are like the car crash adverts. Yeah. Like, we were showing Ken them, and he was like, real like, what the fuck's happening? Basically, it shows like real set up car crashes and shit. Yeah. And like, you see people dying, you see all that stuff. That's only shown here. Like, I don't think I've ever seen. It's not in England, isn't it? Not. It's only here, is it? Might be shown in Scotland.
I don't even think so. It's all those things where, like, I remember, they test it on us.
Yeah.
They never test good, so I don't know why they keep doing it.
I know. It just keeps fucking me up, especially, was it the one where the girl's sitting on top of the wall and the boyfriend's like, and the car just fucking cuts him in half? Like, What?
That's the thing. We have lots of real fucked up. We have ones for motorcyclists. The one that always sticks out in my mind, though, because it's like the least brutal of them.
What?
It's real fucked, though. Don't you the one with the kids, and then the car tips over and just runs over all the kids?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucked when that's the least brutal.
Yeah, the one that always got to me, though, was, the one where it's the old man crossing the street with the eggs, car just smacks into it. Like, that's the thing, these adverts show it so, it's like,
Yeah,
it looks like
realistically,
real.
like...
So, you're sitting there watching it being like,
That's the
holy
thing.
fuck.
They also used to do things like, obviously, like, afterwards, they have to go to hospital if they live. It shows, like, them in full-on gear, fucking bawling their eyes out, trying to walk.
Yeah.
Some of them being told, yeah, you're never going to walk again. This is an ad on daytime TV.
Yeah, to kid, like, I think it was on half them kids shows too, like, and that was the most fucked up thing. Like, that's why Grizzly Tales, like, to us, like, yeah, it's pretty disturbing, but, like,
Not.
when, like, then you, like, start comparing Goosebumps and shit to it, like, that's just not
Pussy ass shit.
Yeah, that's
Goddamn pussy.
that weak shit. Like, that's what's, like, it's so fucked. Like, Grizzly Tales, like, going back to that, like, I remember there was stories on it that used to, like, fuck me up so good. Like, it was, like, the ones where kids wouldn't sleep at night and they got taken away and shit. Like, I was sitting there being like, I don't want to get taken away. It's before the days of Slender Man. Like, so.
Grizzly Tales was the original Slender Man.
Yeah.
No, it's really... All those, most British-oriented shows are really fucked up.
Yeah.
But moving on to American... Actually, I just want to bring up something. I wasn't going to bring this one up because I was trying hard to think how it's fucked up. But I was like, it's pretty fucked up. But I don't know how. It's Ned's declassified, but my spell check has changed to B's declassified, and I find that really funny. Just the idea of like we Ned being a B. But nah, the one I picked was this one I picked more because the idea of it's real fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
The Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay.
This child has the power of wishes. I know there's a bunch of rules.
Mm-hmm.
He still has a lot of power. Let me put it this way. He could wish for a gun. He could.
He could, yeah.
Isn't there a whole... If I remember, there's a whole thing where the reason why they stay young forever, Timmy wished that he would stay, everyone would stay that way forever so he could keep his Fairly Odd Parents. He has the power over time. Because the thing is, you gotta remember, yeah, there's rules. Cosmos, a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He constantly is just like, go for it. Do whatever. Dumb. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even mind. And plus, let's not forget, Drake Bell is technically Timmy Turner. He played him in the live action films. Uh-huh. That's a fucked up world.
I can't even argue, like... No, it's like if he wanted to be real evil, like, couldn't he just wish...
That's the thing.
For people to die? What?
I don't think he can wish for that, but he can wish for a gun, like I was saying, and then shoot someone. It's one of those things where there's ways around it. If you're a smart kid... Let me put it this way. If Light Yagami had a fucking Fairly Odd Parent... That's what I was
about to go into. I was like, Timmy Turner could, like...
If he was smart...
He could get a death note. He can get any of that shit.
Just like...
Fuck people over.
Even if he just say there's rules against that, even if he's like, oh, I wish for a gun. Bang! I wish they forget everything. He did.
No one will ever remember.
It's so fucked. Like, that kid has so much power. Mm-hmm. And what's he using on? Like, it's the thing. I know there's like whole rules against the, certain actions. Surely it's easy to get rid of Vicky. I started to think they pick the dumb kids on purpose. Mm-hmm. You don't see that little black kid who's real smart. Mm-hmm. Getting the Fairly Odd Parent, which is no good because think of the things he could do with that.
Yeah.
He could probably solve, like, isn't there a whole thing where he legit, like, solves a bunch of diseases in the future?
So I got mine.
I'm trying to remember. All I remember was he was real smart. He was probably my favourite character out of that show. Just because he used to be smart. He's like, yep.
It's like, why didn't Timmy why didn't he wish for, like, world peace and shit like that? Like,
because he's a selfish little shite.
What the fuck? Now I realize, like, what? Like, why?
Like, that's the thing. No, but you gotta remember, even Timmy, on his own, he didn't wish for world peace. No one else did. There's multiple kids with Fairly Odd Parents. Mm-hmm. None of them wished for world peace. None of them wished. That's the thing. There's no world-changing things.
Yeah.
None of them have been wishing for the good things. They're all selfish shites. So I see what the pattern is. They pick kids who are selfish and dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
It's a fucked world.
Going back to British ones, though, right?
Yes.
Just for very briefly. I didn't actually watch this as a child, like a real young child, but I remember my little brother watching this as a child because I was big when he was growing up. In the Night Garden, right? You remember that freaky fucking one with the Teletubbies is like, that's Teletubbies, right? No one really cares about, like, I think cares about Teletubbies. That's not fucked up. Mine is the baby son thing used to, like, weird me out of it.
The issue is with Teletubbies, anytime I think of it, is literally the voiceovers for it. That's all I think. I was like, get up, bitch. Slap.
Yeah. Like, but in the Night Garden, with, like, what was
That's fucked.
Macapaco is like, he just looks like blobs of fat all over him. Ego Pickle.
And they keep singing weird songs.
Yeah. Like,
that's the issue, though. My cousins know watch that,
that's
so
a
I know.
baby show. Like, babies watch that. Like, Ego Pickle squeaks when he walks. Like, this is not disturbing, but, like, it's like...
It's a baby show.
Terrifying.
Oh, it's for big babies.
Like, to me, it wasn't so disturbing. See, my little brother, I remember he was like... He gonna kill me. This is like 8 years ago, but he was terrified of Ego Pickle, right? The blue one.
Why did they watch it?
Because that was like, my parents were like, shit, like, as a kid's show. But then I used to be really cruel and put it on TV for him.
Yeah.
So
as
you can blame me too. Yeah, like, I have to be a prick to him.
Yeah.
It's like standard. But still, like, that stuff, like, there was, I can't remember what fucking thing it was in it that really, like, there's a girl in it with, like, the multicolored hair on it. She was fucking freaky. Macapaca's eyes used to fucking creep me out, like, a lot.
I can't think of anyone. Like, then they do the whole bullshit thing at the end where, like, time to go to sleep.
And then the man starts going, like, oh, my name is Ego Pickle. Like, he starts going into this.
And then Ego Pickle or whatever fucking wee blue one is, he goes to sleep with his blanket. I was like, my little cousins all watch that. They ain't fucked up by it. I don't know what's going on.
It's like, it's just some of the weirdest shit.
No, that's a real messed up one. Is that not American as well?
I don't think so. I thought it was only British because I've only ever
Here's
seen it on
Americans.
CBBS.
Open up Notepad.
I've only seen it on CBB, so that's like, you know, CBBC. I think that's what it is here.
It might be an American thing, but it might not. I don't know.
They might air it somewhere in America.
That's a real fucked up one.
You got any more?
I do, but I feel bad saying it's fucked up, but when I think of it, it's really weird.
What is it?
Choco-vision.
That is, like, oh my god, I fucking forgot. Like, that was, like, kind of...
really weird.
Yeah.
It's like, I look back, I have good memories of it, but I still feel, that's a bit... that was a bit weird. To be fair, I still look back, I'm like, to me, to you, I'm like, good stuff.
Top tier quality.
But nah, we'll move on from it, because it's still funny.
Bouncing off from that, though, do you mind there was a show on CITV called Jungle Run? It was like the kids put in like this jungle, like Crystal Maze type shit, right? Didn't they like half like pretend like those kids were fucking trapped?
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
that was like,
and there's also another one.
What?
I know the Jungle Run one, because they have to get like the monkey or whatever it was.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's legit called Trapped, if I remember.
Oh, the fucking witch thing? What the fuck?
It was firstly, the witch and all was real fucked up.
Yeah.
Secondly, the kids died. Did you see every time they kept falling off the tower and then they'd weave? I know. It's really hard.
I know, it's like, but it's like the concept of it. That's what's like,
yeah,
you know,
it's like,
to kids, you're trying to like kids, they're falling out of a building, dying.
I know for a fact, when I was that young, like whenever I was young, I would watch that. See, I was maybe 10 or 11 when I watched it, so like I was wise up enough. See, if I was 6 watching that, I would totally believe they died, and I would have been real upset at the fact they died.
Been like, oh my god, like that thing. Then you kind of like feel like you want to be on them shows, and then you see that, and you're like, oh my god, if I go on, I'm gonna die. Like, and you're scared to go on. That's why I didn't understand why there were so many kids every week being like, I'm gonna go on and die.
I think by the day I was like, are they kidnapping them? No, but yeah, that was real messed up. Just see those there sorts of shows in general would just have a blanket.
Yeah, it's like they did try and spin off Crystal Maze. Like, no, you remember Crystal Maze? I used to watch that all the time. But still, like, they got trapped in the room, but you could release them and, like, you know, they updated you on what the fuck they're doing. But the kids ones, nah, they died or they got trapped.
I think, what did you even win if you got through it?
For what?
Did you win anything?
You did. I can't remember what it was, but it was like not. It's like you won like a day out or something, like at Alton Towers or some shit.
That's not too. That's a nice prize. But I've got to move on from just those generic ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was saving this one for last because, like, this is like the standard one everyone knows as. Oh fuck, it fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Courage, the cowardly dog. That's like the standard. What the fuck?
Yeah. I think I do love it though. That's like
it's good.
Something like I really loved, but you know, the whole thing, like they've put me off completely.
Yeah, I know. They're just sort of staring at here. I know. I don't know why.
They're just staring at us. Okay.
So they're bringing in a bunch of people. Okay.
Okay. I'm doing that so you can cut it there.
Yeah. Thing. No, but Courage, real good.
Yeah, Courage was like. I always say this, but you know the Return to Slab guy? Like, that was some of the most, like, scared me to, like, a whole other degree. And, like, what was the other one? Like,
the one with the weird, like, fetus thing?
Yeah.
You're Perfect, is it?
I don't know. I cannot remember.
I think it's that. All I know is it's, like, constantly, like, you're not perfect, or something like that, or it does say it's perfect. All I know is it's real messed up.
The fucking, was there one with a spider in it? Mind that one? Yeah. Muriel gets, like, captured by a spider.
I think
I'm not scared of spiders, but like that was like something I was like, oh my god, like what if a giant like spider thing came? Like, that's when, like, at that point I started watching more like documentaries and shit. And that's when like you learn like the Black Widow spider and everything. It's like I was terrified of Black Widow spider. Like they could kill you, like they poison you. You did.
No, it's insanely messed up. It's like to the next degree levels of messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still watched it. Last night I went in being scared, being like, "Oh shit!" I'm probably more scared of it than I was of.
Like, because usually, like, Courage makes everything better. By the end, you know, it's all Courage, and he like, you know, makes it.
To be fair, like, one good thing come out was did you all the fan theories? That was always really good.
Also, like, what's not disturbing in that show, but used to, like, you know, made me jump every time he came on. When Eustace used to put on the mask and go like scare Courage. Used to scare me, and I was like, what the fuck? I feel like I felt scared because Courage was scared. Like, you kind of relate to Courage being like he wants to make things better.
Oh yeah, Courage in the end, he just loved his. He even loved the dickhead.
Yeah,
like he loved them both.
He still saved them like whenever they were in trouble. But yeah.
Signing off here now. Because we've been disturbed constantly.
Yeah. Okay, for those who don't know, this is
going to be such a bitch to edit, fuck whoever they are.
Just to explain this, right? At the end of this episode, so everyone knows we record this in college. Yeah, we use college facilities, right? But there's a whole group of open day visitors in the room beside us, and they've just taken pictures through the window and put us off completely.
They're taking photos of us. They haven't asked us for permission. They're just... Thing is, there's a guy who, like, we know from down the thing. He's standing. He sort of gave us a look like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we need to sign off quick.
But
so
anyways,
subscribe to Sweeney North.
Thanks for listening to this one. See you later.
Bye.